Hey Facebook, hey YouTube, it's just Gigi, and we are gonna make a marinade for some great chicken fingers. You can fry these or you can bake these, but we are gonna give this a whirl. I made these once before and I had a pleasant experience, so I'm gonna try again. And let's do it again. So it's homemade chicken fingers, and this is first video is gonna be the marinade. Simple, okay? I already washed and soaked these chicken for one day in salt water. If you know you're gonna do chicken, if you put in a little bit of salt water, like a day ahead, it's just the chicken's better. I don't know why, but it does work. Not sure why, but it does work. So I got this chicken and we're gonna get a marinade ready for it, okay? So this marinade is gonna have 1.5 cups of milk right here. Okay, and 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Hope you guys are having a great day. It's kind of cloudy and overcast today, but it's still very nice. Okay, we're gonna get 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. I didn't have any in the bottle, but I did have a lemon, which, right, fresh is better, I guess, right? It's always good. I gotta get enough in there for 1 tablespoon. I got a seed in there. Uh-oh. I don't want a seed in there. Yeah, I'm gonna fish it out right now. There it is. I don't want to put it in the big bowl. Okay, there, I got it. No, it went back in. Oh my goodness. See, this is so funny when you're doing videos that stuff like this happens, but happens in real life, right? It does. So we got right at 1 tablespoon right there. I might need just a little more, guys. I'm grabbing this bag I brought over with some lemons. Okay, here we go. We need a little more lemon juice. That's gonna bring it all the way up. Ah, another seed. Okay. 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. That was quite an ordeal, right? Okay. Now, let me pull this back up because this is my recipe on my iPad. It keeps going off and on. Okay. 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Cornstarch right here. So milk, lemon juice, and cornstarch. 1 tablespoon right there, cornstarch. 1 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. I already measured that out right here. Boom, got that. And then a pinch of black pepper. So I put a big pinch because we like pepper. Alrighty guys, I'm gonna whisk this together. Let me get a whiskey thing. Okay, and whisk this together. We're gonna put our chicken in here and it's gonna marinate for about 15 minutes. Now, what's one thing I like to add about everything? And they said you could add it to this. You don't have to. Hot sauce. Yes, let's make it the hot sauce. We like hot sauce on everything, in everything. A lot of times when you're seasoning with hot sauce, it really doesn't put a lot of heat, but it does add flavor. So it's up to you. You can leave this step out. I'm probably gonna put about a tablespoon. That should be enough. I'm just guesstimating. Okay, whisk all this together. Milk and cornstarch and sugar. Pepper, it is a little unique, and lemon juice. And now we're gonna put our chicken in there. Chicken fingers, okay? I have a whole package of chicken fingers. I like using chicken fingers because sometimes I think the breast can be tough. If I don't know what's wrong with the chicken these days. We even buy organic chicken, and sometimes it'll taste like tough. And I can see I'm making myself a mess already. Okay, guys, this is gonna go in the refrigerator for 15 minutes. You could leave it in there, you know, for a couple of hours. It's up to you. You make this ahead of time. And then we are gonna make the breading. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that while I have you on here. Let me put this in the fridge. All ready. And we're gonna do the breading, okay? The breading is always what makes or breaks, I think, a chicken finger or chicken or anything like that. So I remember this one was really pretty good. Okay, I liked it, so I'm doing it again. So we're gonna start with 1.5 cups of panko crumbs, okay? And I'm using a paper plate, okay? Because then when I'm done, it's not messy, I just throw it away. Okay, 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. I use self-rising. I got self-rising. A lot of times I use them interchangeably. It's okay. We're gonna put that in there. Alrighty, we're gonna use 1.5 tablespoons. Let me wash this off. Use this again. 1.5 tablespoons of onion powder, and I got this out, okay? Onion powder. That will probably give it a lot of flavor because that's a whole tablespoon of onion powder. Okay, there's 1. And let's do, it says 1.5. I'll guesstimate on here because I don't want to pull that out. Okay, there's 1.5. We're gonna use a half a teaspoon of oregano. Because oregano, woo, it's got a lot of power to it, doesn't it? A little goes a long way. Uh-oh, gotta open this brand new one. Okay. Half a teaspoon oregano. Boom, there goes oregano. It says a pinch of garlic. I'm gonna go ahead and use a half a teaspoon also of this little half a teaspoon of garlic. Garlic really makes everything taste nice, I think so. And then it says 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And here we go. So there's 1, and then I gotta do a half. Let me see, I think that's a half, yes. Right there. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. That's it, okay? Now I'm gonna sit here and just blend it with my fingers, okay? My fingers are clean, and I'm gonna blend it. Oh my goodness. You know, I had to be on the phone this morning with some people, and sometimes those kind of things where you have to go to companies, and they're big companies, and you needed information. You know, so it takes you a while just to get a human being. I'm like, oh Lord, if this is testing my patience, I want to pass. So I just had to be diligent. I had to stick in there, had to be kind. I had to be quite firm though. Like, you know, I don't like people misrepresenting a company or telling me lies or anything like that. So, hey, I just walked through it with grace, and God met me there. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, now we got all this lovely. One thing I'm gonna add, it didn't call for, that's in a lot of good, it's good in chicken, is paprika. Let me get some paprika. I'm gonna add a little something to my own recipe here, and let's just try a little bit. I'm just gonna put a little, like a half a teaspoon in there. How about that? How about that? Chicken, paprika and chicken go good together. So when that's been in there 15 minutes, I'm gonna have this breading ready. We're gonna bread them. And the one thing unique about this, we're gonna put it on a wire rack. I don't really have many wire racks. I need like a long square one for a pan. I have this one. I'm gonna put over a cookie sheet. I'm gonna put some on top, bake them, you know, if I think I have enough room. But if I don't, I'll just do 2 rounds. Oh my goodness, guys. I've already been baking some sweet potatoes. These are gonna be really delicious. We got them at Kroger, and they're like those deep red, beautiful sweet potatoes, right? Either that, or they may become something else, but for right now, that's gonna be part of our meal too. Well, check back with me, because I'm gonna do another video of how I breaded these, how they turned out. I may do a real or a finished product, because it's not really hard to know. I'm gonna dip them, and I'm gonna bread them, and I'm gonna put them on that wire rack. It's 400 for like 20, 30 minutes. I usually go 30 because I like my stuff real done. I like my chicken real done. So you guys have a blessed day. Please like, share, and subscribe. I really appreciate your support. I really love cooking. I feel like it's a positive way to enjoy our time together when we come on together and we can learn new recipes. And food is love. These hands show love through cooking. So I hope I bless you today. I hope you got a new recipe, and let's see how this turns out, okay? See you later.